bedroom door and said, we're on. So no, we're not.
Yay.
Oh, we're live. We're live. It says it right there in the corner.
Yep, I see the thing in the
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
hello.
Hey.
We're live.
Hello, everybody. Oh, we're live. It told us that with a little sign in the corner. We're from Unexpected Productions, and thank you so much for letting us into your home tonight. We're all at our homes as well. So, and we're here because it's going to be Mother's Day tomorrow, and we all happen to be mothers. Or children of a mother. Is that how it works? I think we're all mothers. We're all mothers. Yeah. And we're going to do some improv. We're going to make some things up. We're going to talk to each other about our different experiences or thoughts or whatever about motherhood. And we'll let those conversation pieces then inspire some scene work. That's fiction. And when the scene's over, we'll come back and we'll have another conversation about whatever we're inspired by. And we're not doing this alone because behind the scenes we have Joe Dixon, who is our community manager. Yay, Joe! Joe Dixon, the community manager. So he'll be typing out questions. You've probably already seen one that's asking for a suggestion, and then that will be routed to us through a pigeon, a delivery passenger pigeon that brings flies to the window, and then we'll incorporate that somewhere in the scene, the conversation, both. We don't know it's going to be improvised. And you know, Unexpected Productions is in the Market Theater when we're not in our own living rooms, and it's a 37-year-old company, the first company to bring the improv format theater sports to the U.S., and Theater Sports is the longest running show in Seattle. And we miss our audience in person so very much. For those of you who have come to join us online, thank you. Thanks. And we feel ya, man. So thanks for being here with us. There'll be information in the chat for you about classes and shows and things to do with the company. And that are online, so we don't have to wait till 2025 when we can be in person again. No, it won't be that. No. But you can connect with us through all different ways. We've got live chats on Facebook on various topics. Today it was Tony and Randy talking about genres and styles. You can take Tony's genre style class that's coming up June 7th for 8 weeks. You can take a bunch of different classes. Join us for a taster, improv taster online. It's a lot of fun. Come to see our shows that are Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, where we're doing some kind of experiment with this, which is very different than seeing you in person. But our hearts are still with you and our spirits. So that's kind of how it's working. So, and I'm Jill Ferris. And glad to be with you. Let's introduce ourselves to our lovely audience.
Hi, I'm Melissa Reeves, and I'm in my living room in Sammamish. And I'm happy to be here. And I'm a mother of 2 beautiful children, Quincy and Maisie.
Hi, I'm Adrienne, and I'm the mother to 3 beautiful children.
Oh, you one-upped me.
Hi, I'm Shanna, and I'm the mother to 2 somewhat attractive children.
I'm Mara, and I am the mother of 2 children.
I'm Sarah. I have 17 children, 2 of which I feed. So. Oh, I just have 2. I was trying to beat Adrienne. Just 2.
Yeah, Adrienne wins. I have 1 daughter, and she has 2 daughters. So what that means about me.
Lucky.
Jason has his pug.
Oh yes, there's Jason, and he's playing. He's our musician. Let's give it up for Jason.
Yay!
Yay! So grateful to have our underscoring and his pug. He's a pug papa, and he can't talk to us because he can either do music or talk, and we want the music. So thank you so much, Jason. So here we go. This is Loosely Living Room. It's talking with moms and seeing what scenes that inspires.
Always tie your shoelaces.
You like shoelaces?
What, Adrian?
It sounded like you said you like shoelaces.
No, the always tie your shoelaces was the suggestion.
Oh,
Oh,
that's the suggestion, right?
I see.
Um,
I see.
Yeah, so shoelaces are a sensitive subject for me because I was a very lazy mother and I chose all the shoes that had Velcro.
Mm.
And there's some challenges now later in life because I was unable to teach how to do the wraparound part where you pull it through. Couldn't do it. Couldn't teach it. Nothing. So it's now a Velcro.
So like
family
your
and-
kids.
Hmm?
So can they not still tie their shoelaces?
One can, one's creative with it.
Well, it sounds like, I don't know if I'd call that lazy, but efficient, Melissa. You know, just to they got the job done, and then one was a self-learner, and the other used that to be creative. So I think that's kind of one of those award-winning motherhood moments for you.
You.
Did anybody use YouTube to teach their child how to tie their shoes? YouTube tutorial? That's
No.
what
I
I
couldn't
think.
teach one, that's for sure. Could have used it.
Did you, Mara?
I did.
Oh, how was it?
It went really well. We just queued up a whole bunch of videos and watched them one by one. And my kid was much more excited by the YouTube video than his mom teaching him. And they have lots of new
That's always
flashy
good.
ways to do it. So we could see lots of variations and lots of different videos. So YouTube.
But I'm an old mom. I don't think they had YouTube when it was really key and special. So I'm a little jealous. All right. So
Well,
Mara,
yeah, I mean, what's old mom? There's no old mom anymore because anybody can become a mom at any time or caregiver at any time, right?
well, I'm talking with technology though, like,
Oh, got it.
right? Like, you know,
Well,
my
yeah, when
kids
I,
are so advanced and they
Right.
intimidate me.
so did they have iPhones when your children were small?
Yes, we used it as so around, well, I don't know if it was an iPhone, but it was a cell phone because we were helicopter parents too. And we wanted to make sure that our children could walk next door without being robbed by the stranger danger in the white van. And we would have the phone and it was sort of like a tracking device.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you would give the child the cell phone?
Yeah.
Scary.
By 9,
Wow,
it
wow.
was time to walk down the street.
I was thinking, so there wasn't any real iPhone when I had my first child, but my children are 6.5 years apart. And so one child had no iPhone exposure and the other has had lots. And that also goes with how much recording of the child's growth. So the second one actually has a lot more video and photo because it's so easy versus the first child, which you had to actually haul out a camera and like take photos with them. So it was a different way of recording all those special moments.
Interesting. It's like you had a natural A/B testing going on with technology,
Yeah,
right? And
Yeah,
the
'cause-
difference is now.
right. Within 6.5 years, the technology had changed so much that I was able to document the second child more than the first, which is unusual because usually it's the first child that gets maximum documentation.
Oh, completely. I was born and then I went to college because I was the third. And then wedding pictures. Yeah, that was
Right. So third child, it's like you're on your own.
right.
Maybe you had your first tooth.
Right. All right. Well, let's see what we go with that.
Okay.
So, Dr. Graves, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm here.
I'm just wondering, so because of the advanced technology, I was able to have the children, though I'm in my late 90s.
Yes.
But the biggest hurdle I've come up against is that I can't, because of the arthritis in my hands, I can't teach them how to tie their shoes.
Oh,
And I'm coming up against some problems trying to and then I start to help them, and then I'm sorry, who are you?
Mrs. Johansson. Do you remember?
Johansson.
I'm so sorry, Mrs. Johansson.
No, Johansson.
I'm so sorry, Mrs. Johansson. Yes, thank you. Do you remember that we talked about having a child in your 90s meant you were going to need a little bit of help? Did you look into the shoelace nurse like I talked about with you?
Yes, I did. And she didn't know what she was talking about. She's talking about bunnies and taking the bunny and taking it around the hole and she's talking about bunnies. And I just want to get a shoe tied.
Well, that's how we do it now. Bunnies. That's how we do shoelaces. It's all the craze. It's the modern thing. Mrs. Johansson. Mrs. Johansson. Dottie.
Johansson.
Yes, I'm so sorry. It's how we Dottie. Dottie, there's a sale at Nordstrom. Dottie, dinner time.
Kohl's, is there a sale at Kohl's? I don't go to the Nordstrom, I go to the Kohl's.
Oh, of course. I'm so sorry. I don't know what I was thinking.
How dare you? How dare you think I can spend my money so frivolously? I have children to look after.
I'm so sorry. Mrs. Johansson.
Johansson.
Right. Why don't you tell me how you would teach the children? What's your method of shoelace
Well, I would
tying?
teach them the way that my mother taught me, which was you take this shiny silver dollar and you tie a loop around it. You take 2 silver dollars and you loop them.
So are the silver dollars, the loops around the silver dollars, do they look a little like bunny ears?
You're asking me this question. You're a grown woman.
Yeah.
Are you asking me this question as a joke? You're a grown woman.
No, it's not a joke. It's not a joke. It's when your children tie their shoelaces, can you put the silver dollars inside the little straps, inside the little bunny ears?
No, because I have the arthritis.
Right. Have you considered Velcro?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Nice tag.
So Adrian, your son was in, you have kids back home because because your son went off to school and then came back early. Yeah,
he had to come back from Iowa and he drove it like in 2 days. It was very frightening because, it was still kind of winter in some parts of America. And then he's driving across country and, as a mom, you worry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did that. I worried, but he's home.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
How is it all together at an earlier time than expected?
It's great.
Yeah. Nice.
Really?
I mean, listen, there's ups and downs to all of it, right? It's great, and then it's horrible, and then it's great, and then it's horrible, and then it's great, and then it's horrible, and then it's great, and then it's horrible. So, yeah.
Are your kids your kids aren't old enough for college yet, right? Or, not, or am I wrong?
Who?
Sarah?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Adrian and our kids are basically the same age, except she has that one more kid than me. But yeah, August came home early as well, so he was up at Western and he came home and now lives at home. And it's interesting, like you were saying, Adriana, like it's great and then it's like really hard and stuff, but I realized that it was 6 months of time that I wasn't really to get with him anymore. Like he was supposed to be gone and launched and then probably get an apartment with his girlfriend and all this stuff, and then now we just get this sort of 6 months bonus thing that we weren't gonna have. And,
it's
nice.
like second summer or something, like when
They come back.
you get a little warmth in the fall, a little extra something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nice.
Bonus.
I am wearing earplugs a lot more often, but
Oh, hi.
Hi.
I didn't think I was going to see you at the club.
Oh, well, I try to get in a daily swim. Well, it's not
lap swim right now.
I
don't
see.
know. Can you lap swim?
Well, I guess I'd have to take my inner tube out of the pool.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying.
Okay, unless I could kick along in the lap, but hold and kick. And no.
It's rhythmic breathing or it's out of the pool.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I mean, this is adult swim.
Oh,
so
I will. I think of myself as adult, and I worked hard to get acceptance into this club.
Yeah, we appreciate it. It was noted.
Oh,
yeah. I'm just going to be watching you.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to get out of my inner tube. Do you like my swim suit?
Yeah, I like it. Why don't you try swimming?
Oh no! Happy to. It's what you do. It's what you do in the club here. Everyone at the club does laps. I do laps. I know that. I'm in the club.
Don't worry about any fins you might see.
Oh no.
Nothing could go wrong.
Oh no. No, not once you're in the right place in neighborhood. Oh my.
That's my friend. It's the best kind of shark, the one with lip gloss. Mind yourself.
Oh no.
Pay your dues. Rhythmic breathe.
There's a shark in the club.
Mind yourself.
I bind myself.
Mind yourself. Mind yourself.
My sunscreen is protective, and my lip gloss is protective of my sunscreen. I'm gonna get out of the pool. If I could.
Everybody.
Is there a way out of the club? Is my membership a lifetime membership?
How long's your life?
Apparently very short.
Shark getter.
Nice. Nice framework. The music was amazing. Are we allowed to give ourselves notes in the middle of our show?
Thank you, Jason.
Yes,
It's like on stage when you give yourself a high five.
So
Good
weird.
work, good connecting.
Ooh, I really drowned in that.
oh,
Did anybody swim during pregnancy because it was the only thing that they could physically do?
No.
No, but I decided I think I was like 8.5 months pregnant, and I thought I should teach my oldest daughter how to play hopscotch.
Oh, wow.
Did you break your water?
She was almost. I like drew it out because she was like 5. It's perfect hopscotch age. She was bored, and I remember going 1, 2. Okay, we're done with that game. That was not smart.
Yeah.
Again, not the smartest mom on the block.
I straddled a pool noodle between my legs on either side, and like just did laps because I couldn't really swim. So I pool noodled swam for a month.
That'd be kind of fun.
You wouldn't be allowed in that club.
Yeah. So
Shark would eat you.
yeah.
Loud. The noodle.
I didn't, obviously, being an adoptive mom, I didn't have that experience, but what was awfully fun was going, like, being out in public and talking about how the baby was going to be born like in 4 weeks. Can you believe it's going to be here in 2 weeks? And people would look at me, and they would look at my husband and look at me because I clearly was not 8.5 months pregnant or whatever, they'd be like, what is happening here? And they could not wrap their brain around it. It was pretty funny.
I love
Trickery.
that. I like that. Yes, because I nannied when I was pregnant for 2 children. So I looked like I was going to have a third. So people were constantly coming up to me and being like, oh, lady. I'd be like, these 2 are not mine. Okay.
I know.
But it's just interesting.
Well,
People come and talk to you, and regardless of what is going on, lots of people. Nice.
Yeah, and they make assumptions,
Yeah. And did you ever feel like you had to give people a lot of explanation because you went different routes?
No.
Good.
No, and like our son was super blonde, and people would be like, how did you get such a blonde kid? And I'd be like, oh, we bleach it.
Bleach it. I bet people got angry about that.
It's a value that we have blonde children.
Yes.
I was a really young mom. I was 19 when my daughter was born, and I also looked way younger than that. And so people would look at me like, what in the world? And after she was born, I still looked really like a really, really young person with a baby. And when I visited my sister, she would get so angry, and she when we'd be out in public, and she'd say, she's married, she's 19, as if that made it better. But
and she's proud.
She's proud.
Oh, how do you answer the question?
Oh.
Who is your favorite?
People ask that? Has anybody had someone ask who's your favorite? I mean,
The youngest one asks it.
I was gonna say, I feel like the children will ask who's I know I did as the oldest of 3. It was me that was the favorite.
Everybody's so different. So like there's one child who's really, the one you go shopping with. There's the child that you listen to music with. Everybody brings something.
Yeah.
So who is it? Is it me?
Well, what do you have to offer?
Not a lot. Not a lot. I'm good at hopscotch, thanks to you. Yeah.
It's just tough, What do you think? Is it you?
I don't think so. No, I think that Sarah is funnier than me. Like, I tell a joke and you guys all laugh, or you don't laugh, and then she tells a joke and you all think that that's funny, even though I'm the one that said the joke first.
I'm going to tell you what I say every time, and that is, I love you differently.
That sounded condescending.
No, it's just different. I love your dad differently. I love your grandparents differently. And I love you and your sister differently.
Okay, so if we were ice cream, what flavor would I be and what flavor would Sarah be?
You would be peppermint because you're so feisty. And Sarah would be mint.
Peppermint and mint?
Very similar. Because I love you differently.
But you also love the color green, and I'm pink and she's green. So therefore my hypothesis is right. You love her more.
we're gonna go round and round. Come here, come here, come here. That's
It was wet.
all I can do.
It was really wet.
If I
Do I have
could,
lipstick on me?
you have a little gloss on your forehead. This is,
Oh, it's bubble gum.
now I don't know. I'm a little blurry from my kissing. That's how much I love you.
Oh, you're making me feel better, Mom.
Yeah, there's no favorite.
So I guess I will write you a card after all for tomorrow.
You should.
And it'll be the best card, right?
It will be the best card.
Better than Sarah's.
Better than Sarah's.
You can judge a card, but not a child.
Yeah.
That's what I value most is my children's card making skills.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Every
Oh.
year.
Do you
I'm
ever-
learning.
Really? Are you being
Oh,
serious?
yeah. It gets pretty cutthroat. They've been working on it. Yeah. Pretty nonstop. Whoever loses has to sleep outside.
Oh,
But is that a
But, you know,
fun thing or
It
not? A fun-
toughens them up, you
Hardcore.
know, it teaches them resilience and,
Yeah.
fortitude, and that's important. I value that. I value resilience and fortitude. And whatever means you have to go to get it, I think makes you a good mom. That's what it is.
so if they just show up with construction paper with some cutouts,
Mhm.
that's
Yeah.
crap. That's
outta
just
here.
terrible. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm your mom. I'm not the mailman. You know what I mean? Put a little effort in it, right?
No, I never knew you were a tiger mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I prefer the term,
Aggressive mom.
Yeah.
Mean mom.
Tiger-
Some people
Yeah.
call her. Mean mom.
yeah. I just prefer the term mom.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, I prefer that.
Neutral. You can fill in the
Yeah.
blanks on your own. I like that.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, what I value most probably and would like to share would be money.
You value
So-
money?
Yes. So just like Shanna, whichever card has the most money in it is the one that I,
Um,
yeah.
Ladies, ladies.
Kidding. Just Josh.
How about the
What do you
tooth fairy
value?
payout? What did you do on that front? Like
Ooh.
when a tooth was lost, what did they get?
$5.
$1.
$5 a tooth?
$5.
Geez, I
per
start
tooth?
over out. Oh my God.
I know, guys, that's inflation. I know.
Wow.
$5.
I think I
That's
got
a lot.
quarter.
That was because that's all I had on me.
Uh-oh.
And
doing
you set the
fives.
precedence once and you're done. So, you know,
Mm.
I used to do personalized notes from the tooth fairy. She was
Well, that-
hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
love
Yeah.
Yep.
no
Yeah.
one knows.
When I was
I lied to my kids really well in this area. Yeah.
When I was a little girl, I had one loose of the 4 front teeth, and I was getting $1 at the time and for a tooth, and we were pretty broke, and $1 was like $1 million in my world. And I had one loose front tooth, and so I wiggled and pulled it out, and I got the $1. I took it to my parents, and they gave me the $1 that night, and there was no like tooth fairy exchange, and I was
Oh.
so excited by it that I did the other 3.
Ooh.
And they weren't even loose. They weren't even loose.
Wow.
I got all 3 out in one night. So I had no front teeth.
Right. That's where you learn goal setting. Yeah.
Yikes.
But I got $4, you guys. $4.
Worth it.
I remember once my youngest
granddaughter-
one had a tooth that was like, remember when it was like on the thread, like it was just ready to go, but they still wouldn't yank it. She was eating a pear and I'm like, it's going to go, it's going to go. And she bit into the pear and another tooth that we didn't even know was loose is the one that came out. And there was like blood all over the pear, but the dangler's just sitting there.
My granddaughter, before she was old enough to lose teeth, she got a really somehow bad idea about the tooth fairy. And for a little segment of time, she kept telling us, could you please write a letter to the tooth fairy and tell her not to come to our house? Or if you email, however, whatever you can do, please tell the tooth fairy, I don't want to be a part of that.
Ooh.
But then when she was old enough to lose a tooth, I think she really dug it.
Yeah, the tooth fairy came.
Are they asleep?
What are you doing here? I'm picking up this tooth.
No, I'm on. No, I'm on.
I have
Tuesdays.
Madison Avenue. I have all the children on Madison Avenue are the ones that I get their teeth.
This is Madison Street, Louise. This is Madison Street. Georgia. Georgia.
No, get out.
Mommy, I want my blanket. I want my blanket.
No,
Shh.
don't.
Waking up. She's waking up. Shh. Shh. Annabelle, listen to
Who
me.
are you?
Listen to me. Annabelle.
Who are you? Why are you in my room?
I'm
Stranger danger!
no.
Who are you? Why are there two of you?
No, wait, I know. Well, there's a little bit of a mix up at the office. Well,
Okay.
people call us tooth fairies. We prefer dental nymphs.
Dental nymphs?
Nymph.
Dental nymphs.
Dental.
Dental. She can't say it.
Den-
Are you drinking? You're
No,
not.
No,
I'm missing teeth.
I'm 6.
No, not. You shouldn't be a part. You shouldn't be a part of that kind of.
Just
Well, what you got? You're both gonna be in here. I'm gonna pick which one's giving me the better present.
Oh no! Like I really need this. I really
No,
need this.
I want to
really
see what you got. What's the goods? Nymph?
well, I give out $5. $5
I give out.
per tooth.
Okay. I see your $5, and I raise you the Wi-Fi password to your parent network
How did
without
you
any of
Really?
the parental controls. I got that. I got a hookup, and that's right. That's right, Georgia. I will.
Okay,
That's what you got.
Okay.
I'm considering that offer.
I can promise that I will delete TikTok from your mom's phone. So she'll never go on and embarrass you. I can do that.
Plus the Wi-Fi, plus the 5. I get all that and a TikTok removal. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting good. You got a final offer there, lady. Nymph. Nymph 1 and Nymph 2.
Dental nymph. Yeah.
Honey, I want to show you my latest TikTok. I'm so glad you're up.
Nymph. I'll take your deal.
Oh no!
Sold.
I'll get you next time, Annabelle.
I'll take Nymph. TikTok off the phone.
I'm gonna get dental nymph on a t-shirt. Wear it so next
I
time we
know.
all meet.
See what kind of attention
Oh my
you get.
God.
This is gonna be our
Maybe
thing.
by then I
The
can
two of
say
you
it.
competing and getting their zip codes wrong or whatever. That was funny.
Dental nymph.
Nymph.
Yes.
Yeah, I can say it.
Language is important. You know, the way we do, how we name what we do, it makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dental nymph. All right.
Well,
For your mom's tomorrow.
I see that sometimes people eat outside. I heard that some people are letting their moms have picnics.
I'm having
Letting
picnic.
their mom.
Allowing them out in the yard for a little while. They get an hour
The
every day.
laundry's done.
I have a picnic basket.
It's the annual airing of the moms.
Yeah. Why don't we visit
Yeah.
that?
Yeah,
that
and I'm making the
festival?
salad.
Let's go. Yeah, let's do the
Let's go to that
annual airing
festival.
of the moms. Yes.
Airing of the mom.
Whew. Oh, everybody, put up your arms. Let the air into places it hasn't been for a while. Right? I know sometimes as a mom, it gets stagnant. You get bogged down. So I've invited you to come outside to air yourself out, to feel rejuvenated, and then we're going to have sandwiches.
That lady's not buying it.
She's not buying it? Hey, excuse me, you in the plum colored sweater? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is something going on with your body?
I don't think I can air it out. I think I've
Why?
forgotten how.
Why
I don't
can't you
know
air it
how.
out?
I'm
Why?
just going to keep airing out. I'll just keep airing out.
Okay, you keep airing out. Why can't you air it out?
Look at her. She's so free. She's
You
so
can be free too.
free.
You can be free too.
No, 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 no.
Raise your hands slowly, slowly. There you go.
That's as far as I can. That's it. That's it.
Oh,
I thought there were going to be a lot more of us here. I thought this was going to be a thing and I could just hide and fade into the background. And
well,
I just thought,
next year I'm hoping
why
for
is it
more.
just her? Why is there just two of us?
I know. Well, there wasn't much response, but next year I think it's gonna be really.
We're
Off the
letting
hook.
you do this. They're letting you do this. We're letting you do this.
We are be free. Go,
Oh,
and then you get a
Okay.
sandwich.
oh my gosh, a sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Where's everybody else though?
Focaccia.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I've baked it with vegetables in it, shaped like flowers. All the best moms do. And then sometimes they post pictures, sometimes they don't. Not always. Always, we always do. We always post the pictures.
I could do that.
You can do it, Sarah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I like it.
Who
Okay.
said that? Are there other moms here? Where are the other moms? Where are the other moms who can't quite be free? Is it just me? Look
No.
at her, she's free.
There she goes. Raise your arms, would you? That's it. Oh, that looks so freeing.
They let
That's
me out.
beautiful.
Yeah, they let me out. Can I clean something for you? Want me to do your
Sure.
laundry while I'm here? I can make the sandwiches.
I baked the sandwich. I baked a focaccia to look like a field of daisies.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Do you want me to slice it for you? Or I could organize the cutlery drawer or,
Sweetheart,
yeah.
today is your day not to make the sandwiches. It's your day to raise your arms and let it all hang out.
Ah.
Woo! Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Oh my gosh, I did it.
Oh,
Ah.
There's all the rest of the error outers.
Mm-hmm. They're behind the bushes.
Do you all have Mother's Day plans for yourself?
I'm going
or
on a
for your
picnic.
mom? Are you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Air it out, Melissa.
Air it out.
Yeah, I'm getting aired out at Seward Park.
All right.
And you? Anyone else?
I like to be surprised.
Well, I got surprised today, actually. My daughter drove up from Oregon and they surprised me today. So
Well, that's
I had them both. It was awesome. Yeah, it's cool.
What's she doing in Oregon?
She fled California during the quarantine crackdown. She flew up and got to her partner's place. And so she's living there and graduating online.
Oh,
And
wow. Uh-huh.
Yeah, but it was kind of nice to see her.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
something you would like your mom to know that she doesn't know. A secret.
Doesn't. I got out of Kansas. The surprises of being a mom.
I don't want my mom to know any of my secrets.
Oh,
My mother's on the other side watching.
yeah.
Oh,
That's uncomfortable.
so you really, this could be a total confessional, Melissa. if you want. In my mom's
I would like my
family-
mother to know that margarine is not a food substance.
In my mother's
Yes.
family, the secret that they all kept from their mother was that the youngest daughter had hitchhiked up and down the East Coast in the early 70s with her dog. And her parents never found out, because it would have been such a terrifying scandal. And then my mother told me, and I blabbed it to my grandmother, and my mom swooped in and was like, she doesn't know what she's talking about. She doesn't know. So I almost blew my mother's family secret. It was back when you could hitchhike safely as a woman.
Yeah.
Well, are you gonna get in, or are you gonna just stand there?
Uh,
I'm idling here. I'm burning gas.
yeah, sure. Hey, hi. Thanks for
on
picking
in.
me up.
Sure, it's no problem.
Where are you going?
Oh, I'm just heading along the coast, seeing what I can find.
Cool. I'm feeling free spirited. You need friends?
By a friend, you mean?
Like, let's just talk. Let's just go up and down the coast, and I'm just gonna talk. What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about animals? I love animals. Tell me, ask me a question, and I'll tell you. I'll just start talking about it. Just go. Just give me a word.
Focaccia.
Focaccia is the bomb. I love it. Oh my God. I can actually take olives and tiny tomatoes and I can weave them into tapestry, into bread. And then I like to take pictures of it and put it on Facebook, and everyone, I mean, you can smell it. It smells so good. Don't you love smell? Aren't you so glad that you can smell? I'm so happy that I have a nose and that I can actually taste food, because isn't that bad? Like, I heard that you lose your taste and your smell sometimes on this COVID stuff. I don't want that to happen because I love food so much. Do you want to go get something to eat? Should we stop and get something to eat? Maybe we should. I'm getting kind of hungry. I haven't eaten in a long time. Maybe we should go. Do you like hot dogs? I don't like hot dogs anymore. I went vegan.
Oh.
But if it had a mom, I used to eat it all the time. Yeah.
I've got a shipment of, I can't believe it's not butter in the
I can't believe it's not butter either. Have you ever wondered about that? Now I heard that if you add one more molecule, it would be plastic. Isn't that weird? And then we eat it. I love to eat though.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for picking me up. Have you ever picked up a hitchhiker before? Because I've never hitchhiked before. I just thought it'd be fun. I was just like, what's going to happen when I hold up my thumb? And then you stopped. You're so nice. Did you do like Girl Scouts or something? Did you earn a lot of badges and stuff because you're so nice that you would pick someone up like me? I mean, no one ever wants me to get in the car with them. So I just thought, well, maybe a stranger would. And then here you were. Maybe the universe is listening to me, because I'm trying to practice visualization. And they said, like, if you really sincerely want something, they cut what? What's wrong?
Oh, I'm just trying to think how badly injured I'll be if I was to jump out of the car at this very moment.
You're not going to jump out of the car. Oh, come on. I'm doing it again. I'm losing friends right and left. I'm always doing this. Why do I do that? Oh, don't. I'll stop talking. Just, I'll stop talking. It's fine. It's okay. I don't have to talk. Talking's overrated. Oh my God, I'm talking still. I can get out at the next light.
Yeah.
Okay. That was the best 3 blocks I've ever been on. Thank you.
I like our little music. And that's why you shouldn't pick up hitchhikers.
Right.
They're
Right. Or you know.
They're long-winded.
Thumbs up is a thumbs down. National Anti-Hitchhiking Campaign.
So did your mom, there's a question of, did your moms have a catchphrase or
Oh,
a
yeah.
go-to action or a catchphrase?
Every time I had friends over, my mother would, like, it seems like several times, I'd always come into the room and say, do you want a banana? So I always just think of her just like, do you want a banana?
The phrases that my mom would say that were like the funny thing to make fun of that I now say to my own children is no playing around doors, and this is going to end in tears. And it's the weirdest moment when those phrases come out organically of my own mouth, because my own siblings and I were all like, this is gonna end in tears. Like it was always like a way to make fun of our mom. And then you become the mom and you realize it is gonna end in tears because you don't play around doors. Yeah.
Mama knows.
Yeah.
My mom taught time heals all wounds. I always thought that was a
Oh,
good
yeah.
one. Though. That's a good one. Yeah.
And
And swans bite.
oh,
Oh yeah, they do.
Swans bite, you know. I'm like, thank you. But in time, that wound will heal.
whenever I didn't get a role or something like in the Nutcracker that I wanted, or, you know, didn't get asked to the dance, my mom would be like, your time will come. Your time will come.
Aw.
But it was like, but it's not now.
Our sort of, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Our family motto is essentially, how hard could it be? So we joke that that's the calmer women like to say, how hard could it be? Like, you know, that gets us into a lot of trouble, but it also makes us very tenacious. We like to, we look at how to problem solve a lot. So, yeah.
It's actually good. Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom used to say, for corn's sakes.
Was that her way of not saying God, not taking the Lord's name in vain?
Oh, I guess so. You know, I didn't think of it. She wasn't religious, but I think she didn't like to just, you know, swear unnecessarily, you know. And so, but maybe that was her way of having mannered language. So that's right. I hadn't thought of that. Or to offend somebody else.
Right.
Yeah.
That's cute. For corn's sake. That's cute.
My mother also would say, I look like something the cat dragged in and the cat dragged in and the dog wouldn't take.
Oh no.
Whenever we pull up to the house after going to the store, my mom would say, home again, jiggity jig.
Yes. Do you say that, Mara?
I don't. That is one phrase I have not borrowed.
Shanna, what do you say to your children? What's your catchphrase?
My catchphrase is no big deal. Which is like what happens whenever, like my daughter chipped her tooth really bad at a neighbor's house, like broke off her permanent tooth, like broke off half of it, and comes screaming, running over, and runs into the house. And I thought she had just like, I thought she had a bloody nose because she gets those often, and there's blood. And then I look and I see her tooth is like gone. And so any of those moments when anything pretty extreme happens, I go, all right, your tooth is gone. No big deal. We're going to get it fixed. Not a problem.
Yeah.
I think no big deal and not
That's
a problem.
good. Yeah.
It's going to be fine.
The house burned down. No big deal.
You know,
And then,
because what's going to happen is when my children get older, when they hear somebody say no big deal, they're going to be like, oh God, what is happening?
and then if they were a karmer, you as the mother would say, let me just Google real quick how to put your tooth back together and we'll do it ourselves.
That's because you're a dental nymph. That's because you're a dental nymph.
Mhm.
See, coming back.
Dental nymph.
Dental nymph.
You ready for a little cowboy casserole?
What's in a cowboy casserole?
Aw, sweetheart. Just everything you'd find in the Wild West. Corn,
Potatoes?
sage. What?
Oh, potatoes?
You don't see that in the West.
Oh.
Coyote. Yucca. and cactus. Anyway, it's delicious.
Just take a piece right here.
Yeah.
Oh, this looks
Do you like it? I can't. I'm gonna watch you as you eat it.
okay.
I'm gonna watch you.
Do you just gnaw in? Or
How do you normally eat things?
I have this fork.
Yeah, use a fork.
Oh,
I'm gonna watch you.
that's really tasty.
Isn't it?
You know, it's not very warm. I thought a casserole, it's kind of room temperature. Is that typical?
I cooked it on an open flame.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a cowboy casserole.
Mhm.
So you have to cook it on a flame. You can't put it in the oven.
Oh.
I don't, we're inside, so I didn't have a fire, so I just kind of put it over one of my candles.
I taste the smoke.
Is
Thank
this
you.
little Kansas filly complaining about your cooking?
Oh, no.
Is she? No, you're a happy customer.
I am.
You like the cowboy casserole?
It's delicious.
You like it? Is she happy? Does she have good table manners?
She likes it. She just doesn't think it's very warm. But I told her you can't put it in the oven, right?
Did she know to eat it with a fork?
She wanted to.
I have,
But I'm saying, if you put it in the oven, it loses the Wild West,
oh, just bakes it right out of it.
Yeah.
Now that I know the history, it's delicious. This must be an old family recipe because I've
She's
heard-
being condescending. Are you being condescending?
Oh no, ma'am.
You mean that? Does she mean that?
She's enjoying. She's enjoying.
Oh, she likes
If
it.
you eat the cowboy casserole, you become a cowboy.
That's what happened to me. I left Kansas too, just like you, and I came here and I had some cowboy casserole. I used to be an accountant. And I used
Mm-hmm.
to be a girl. Now I'm a cowboy.
Mm-hmm. So look down. You might be growing something right about now.
Why?
I grew a good one.
She did. I mean, hats off to her. When she went cowboy, she went cowboy. Yeah.
I had no idea this was a magic casserole.
Oh, it's not magic. It's just the way it is.
You getting religious on us?
No,
Mhm.
I'm just feeling the cowboy coming in. Thank you so much.
There you go.
You.
And for dessert, we have bananas.
I love bananas.
She grew a banana, it seems.
Hey!
I grew a good one.
Woo.
Oh,
All right. Wow.
oh God.
Hey, what a fun conversation with you guys. It's so nice to hear your mother experiences, memories, and thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Jason, thank you.
Jason!
Man.
Woo, Jason.
Thank you so much. And Randy Dixon, our artistic director, has been in the background helping out as well. And we want to give another shout out to Joe Dixon, who's
Yeah.
our community manager. Yay, Joe
Thank you.
Dixon. And after our goodbye and thanks, we'll stick around for a little bit of a chat if you'd like to. We're going to talk about improvising and the show and just stuff like that. So you're welcome to hang around and join us in that conversation as real people. Well, we were real people too. But before we get to
I
that
only
part-
act like a real person.
yeah. Before we get to that, I certainly want to thank you for supporting Unexpected Productions, especially during this time when we can't be at the theater. But we're going to get back there, and you're making that possible with all your help and your help from the past. We really feel your support. It means everything to us, and we wish you well. Mothers out there, have a happy Mother's Day. And know that just how we're distant from you, but care that same thing is coming back at you. So thanks so much. Happy Mother's Day. Thanks for all the support. You can go to unexpectedproductions.org to find out all about classes, shows that are coming up, or if you feel so moved to donate. And I believe on our we also have a donation button for the food bank for that Pikes Market too. So we're all in it together. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy annual Mother's Airing Day.
Woo!
Let those moms out. Power, they get out.
Bring us
Yeah.
some of them.
Woo!
Was
We're
Randy
still
coming
streaming.
back
We're
to
still
tell us?
streaming. Are we gonna
Yeah.
talk to people?
We're supposed to debrief.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the debrief,
This
Is
is
it?
the
the
debrief.
public
Oh,
debrief.
No, I think
Oh,
this is-
Sure.
this-
oh, there he
I've,
is.
I've come back
Hey!
because you've asked me to come back.
yes. It
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So, how was it for you guys?
was so fun.
Fun.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, wow.
It was the casserole.
Right, right.
That grew a good one.
Casserole suggestion come from?
Six wonderful mothers. Oh,
It was a cowboy casserole, if you ask me.
Hmm.
So, yeah. So, I mean, one of the things we've been talking about in all of these is like what works, doesn't work, what's different, what helps, what doesn't help in terms of like the format. Like here we are in different spaces. You know, how does that work in terms of how you felt? Did you feel distant? Do you feel connected? Do you feel?
I think that, you know, a majority of us has spent so much time on Zoom lately that it doesn't feel as foreign anymore. And so I do feel connected. I do feel like we, you know, like that I was with these women and Jason. So I felt connected.
Surprisingly, yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
It helped too that we were hearing like our real mothers' hearts out there.
Mhm.
You know, I think that that was really nice to hear what was going on for each person a little bit.
Cool.
Yeah, that was nice. That kind of living room setup to connect in that way. And it helped for it to feel, you know. This was
Yeah, 'cause
my
it-
first time in this format, and it was very interesting to kind of see like how to use, you know, the things that you're handicapped by, that if we were in the theater, what you would do, but then to kind of look at how you can, like you were talking about earlier, use what is available, to just kind of start to retrain your brain a little bit.
Well, it's
For-
interesting because when we're on stage, when we're doing a normal show, we do a scene and then we go off and then the next actors come out and we do the next thing. But what I thought was kind of fun, and I'm just curious if the audience would find it interesting, is that after scenes, we were kind of gathering together and laughing together, and they're seeing sort of like our own reaction to what we just saw happen, which then sparred more conversation, and then it sort of unplugged. It became kind of like a happy hour unplug. I don't know. I just found it really enjoyable.
I think that it being a holiday, that it made it that, you know, people can't see their mothers. Some people can't see their mothers or their children, and so some of the obstacles that are in virtual online improv felt like worthwhile to get over, because it's a special time. It's a special weekend, and so we'll jump through those hoops because we're putting something out there, and of course we, you know, get something back as well. So I think it made it look, you know, felt like, oh, this is you know, it's a giving thing because of the circumstances, and that's an opportunity. So the obstacles or little pitfalls that can arrive are a little bit less annoying because I was happy to be a part of a celebration.
Mhm.
To do a Father's Day show.
Right.
Mhm.
Good. So let's stop there, and I just want to wish all of you, including Jason, a happy Mother's Day. Sorry, your dog. So yeah, and yeah, so we have a bunch of stuff coming up. We have classes that you can check through our webpage coming up, and I don't know if you want to talk about that, Jill. Any of our classes that are coming up?
Yeah, we've got at the beginning of June, we have put our level classes online on a Zoom format. So 100 through 600 will be with modifications online, and we have smaller numbers of students in the classes to accommodate this platform, and have made some modifications. But we're looking forward to working with students who who are doing that with us. Tony's genre class will be starting on June 7th for 8 weeks. Learn about genres and learn about how we apply those to improv. Jay's mime class is coming up, and every Monday, if you're an intermediate improviser, you can join us for a workout, and we lead you through some exercises, through some scenes. You get feedback on your scenes. And then on Tuesdays, there's an improv taster. So if you've never done improv before, you can join us. It's pay what you can and take a little dip in the pool of improv. We make sure you have a good, fun time and walk away with some pretty cool concepts about what it means to improvise. So that's a bit of class information.
Cool. And again, show-wise, next week online, we have duos on Wednesday. We have Improv Anonymous with guests on Thursday. Next Friday will be the teens, our uprising group, which is actually led by Sarah, who's down here for me. And they'll be doing a show on Friday at 7. And then the 8:30 show will be a second episode of our radio drama, WIUP, which is in the style of This Week Science Fiction. So come and check that out. And also on Saturday at 1 p.m. our time, I will be in conversation with Trixie Brunschko from Theater in Bonhof from Graz, Austria. So we'll be talking improv and